Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event of the evening. Fighting out of the blue corner, representing Argentina, El Pelado, Francesco Benitez.
Este es el sincero homenaje para todos los trabajadores y trabajadoras de la vida, aquellos que laburan más de 16 horas todos los días. De parte de todos los chicos de Amar Azul, ¡cumbia vieja! Para vos, Fernandita.
La Sota te quiere, y mucho,
Interesting opponent tonight for the talented Jayde Mitchell. 13-2 his record, and his only 2 losses have come here in Australia earlier this year. He ran into Rowan Murdoch and was stopped in 2 rounds for the WBO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight crown back in May. And then just over a month later, Mike Jimenez stopped him in 3 rounds at the Royal Exhibition Buildings in Carlton. He then returned to Argentina. He likes to be busy, Julian Holland, and has had 2 successive stoppage victories back in his native Argentina in August and September. And back here now to have a crack at Jayde Mitchell.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, representing Australia, Jayde Mitchell.
The undefeated Jayde Mitchell, what a big 2015 this young man has had, winning the state Super Middleweight crown by beating Mitchell Clark on points over 8 thrilling rounds at the exhibition buildings. 4-0, looking to not just defend this undefeated record of his, but claim the IBO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight title.
Yeah, and he's excited for this fight, Brucey. He's been working so hard down there at the Hurt Locker with Lenny, his father, down in Rye, and he's really keen for that. He went over to America with Hoskins Promotions and got a lot of good sparring over there with Miguel Cotto, and this fella has got a massive following, and it's all ahead of him.
Well, that's world-class preparation, isn't it? If you're getting into the ring and doing sparring with the likes of Miguel Cotto, who's, of course, coming up with what we expect to be the fight of the year against Canelo.
Won't that
Alvarez. Is that one
can we
marked in the
please be
diary?
all
But let's focus on
upstanding
the main event here.
for the Argentinian national anthem. And ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the Australian national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is sanctioned by the IBO under the auspice of the Professional Boxing and Combat Sports Board of Victoria. Your judges at ringside are Andrew Campbell, Jeff Eddy and Wayne Ashdown. Your doctor in charge in centering, Dr. Walter Di Bartolo. Your timekeeper, Mr. Damien Membry. Your referee in charge of this contest, Mr. James Boland. This fight brought to you by George Josefsky at Lotus Caravans. Ladies and gentlemen, both fighters have entered the ring, and this is the main event of the evening. Melbourne Pavilion, let's make some noise. It's main event time. 10 by 3-minute rounds in the Super Middleweight division. They will be fighting for the IBO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Julio Maidana out of the El Tigre gym. Official weight of 74.40 kilograms, wearing black trunks. A fight record of 15 fights, 13 wins, 2 losses. 11 coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Monte Caseros, Argentina, El Pelardo, Francisco Benitez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Len Mitchell at Peninsula Hurt Locker, with an official weight of 75.55 kilograms. Wearing the snakeskin trunks with aqua blue and white. A fight record of 4 fights, 4 wins, 1 coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Rye, Melbourne, Australia. He is the current Victorian Super Middleweight champion, Jayde Mitchell. Both fighters to center ring for referees' instructions.
Terrific atmosphere here at the pavilion. James Boland, the veteran referee, calls both fighters to centre ring. We'll hear his final instructions shortly.
Welcome to the centre ring, boys. You know what I expect, a good, clean, hard championship fight. In case of a knockdown, neutral corner, this one here, and one behind me. Protect yourself at all times. Don't hold them, punch, no low blows. Both understand? Shake hands now and the start of the last round. May the best man win. Good luck to both of you.
Good luck, brother.
Mitchell versus Benitez, Australia versus Argentina. The IBO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight crown on the line. Bruce Evers here alongside Julian Holland and Barry Michael. Hope you're enjoying the action on Channel 31.
Yeah, well, Brucey, it's a big step up now for Jayde Mitchell, but I'll tell you what, he's been waiting for this chance for a long, long time. And, he's been working with Sam Solomon for this fight, and look, he's ready to go.
Just his 5th professional contest. But what a big future he's got ahead of him. Certainly a lot more experience, the Argentinian, 31 years of age, and his 16th pro contest. He's won 13 of them.
Yeah, he's a cagey customer, and he throws wild shots, but I like
Just
that.
like that.
Right on cue, Barry. Your timing is ever impeccable.
That's Jayde Mitchell, too smart for that. Very cool, Jayde Mitchell, and I'm tipping that after about 3 or 4 rounds, Jayde will chop him down.
No, Benitez, as you said, Barry, letting his hands go early.
Yep. Jayde nice and side on, tucked up. Good defensive fighter, good reflexes.
Mitchell from Rye on the beautiful Mornington Peninsula. Mitchell on the attack.
Oh, lovely body shots.
Good body shots.
That was triple left rip.
Yeah, no, Jayde Mitchell, a very classy boxer indeed. Nice counter punches. Looking good, Jayde Mitchell. This opening stanza.
And right at the end of that combination, just sizzled past the whiskers of Benitez. Fires out the jab.
I think there's a huge difference in hand speed here.
Yes.
Mitchell wades in. Benitez with hands low. Mitchell all business. He's really stalking his opponent around the ring.
Yeah. But he needs to be careful with Benitez, this ducking low. Just, you know, he might come up with a little big like a big bolo.
Yeah, he can bang a bit, Benitez.
Yeah.
Most of his wins have come by knockout, but
Jayde's a very good boxer, Barry, you know, and he's had a good amateur career.
Yeah, too smart.
He knows how to get out of the road of those.
Mitchell's round.
Definitely.
Good round for Jayde Mitchell.
And he looks in good nick, boys. You know, he's done a lot of hard training for this.
He's done a lot of hard training. He's still aiming to go down to middleweight.
And I think he should.
And at middleweight, he's going to be a serious force.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I mean, there's some great fights in the middleweight division. You know, Dwight Ritchie, Reynold Quinlan. Reynold Quinlan's going to drop to middleweight.
Yeah.
Michael Zarafa. There's some, you know, very good fighters in the middleweight division.
Well, I think when he went to America, Barry, he saw the other middleweights over there, and he actually saw the size, and he went, wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. You know, in this business, Jules, and, you know, it's very hard for the average layman to understand, but you really need, it's like me at 30, I dropped to 58.9, a weight that I hadn't done for a decade, but you get as light as you possibly can at top level.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're at a disadvantage.
Yes.
That's 9 stone 4 for those in the eye.
130 pounds.
And it is scary when you look across the ring and the other bloke's got arms like a gorilla.
Oh, yeah.
I think Baz tipped the scales at about 19 stone 4 the other day.
No, actually, I'm about 80 kilos now. And
shortest cruiserweight in the...
shortest cruiserweight in the world, I think. But I tell you, I'm going to lose 10 kilos in the next couple of months, I can tell you. I'm back in the gym with Zach Dunn.
Mitchell, nice tight defence. Benitez still with that crouch stance and...
Oh, just missed
good body shot too by Jayde there.
He's bringing it around.
Benitez very cagey, or wild overhand right, but Jayde too smart for that. I spoke to him before the fight. I said, just keep composed, keep tight. And, you know, I mean, I know I'm the promoter, but obviously we want the Aussies to win.
Obviously.
Always.
And it's the same wherever you go. When you're out of town, you're out of town.
Yep, and that's even Queensland, New South Wales.
Oh, mate, New Zealand's almost as bad as Germany fighting over there.
It was the short left which did most of the damage in that little combination from Jayde Mitchell.
Yeah.
Jayde looking very confident, composed.
I think he's really sitting. He's sitting on that right hand. He's wanting to let it go.
I reckon.
Oh, lovely body shot.
Great body shot. I reckon Benitez got a couple more rounds in him, and you know Jayde's body shots will maybe not even that. That was a crisp right hand to the chin.
Well, Mitchell's only had the one stoppage victory. That was on his pro debut some 14 months ago.
Yeah.
Last 3 fights have all gone to the judges' scorecards.
Well, he is a classic boxer, Bruce. He's always moving, always changing angles. So when you're doing that, then you're not really sitting down on your shots and letting them go.
But it's it's a maturity thing too.
Exactly.
He was caught there, Mitchell.
He was caught.
And there'll be
What's
now Jimmy Boland's saying that was a slip.
That was actually a knockdown.
I reckon that was a knockdown.
I do.
And he lost his equilibrium there
he's still
briefly.
hurt.
The trainer is absolutely furious in the Argentinian's corner. Mitchell fires back now, but I reckon Jimmy Boland missed one there.
I do too. We'll see it in slow-mo, but I think it was a knockdown. And I think that'll be the first one of Jayde's professional career, but it won't be recorded, obviously.
Hit him on the top of the head, and that does knock his equilibrium around.
So late in the second, 20 seconds until the bell. And Benitez has some success, even though the judges' scorecards won't recognise that.
Yeah, no, actually, had it been counted as a knockdown, would have won in the round.
But it can change the momentum of the fight. And just even in that last 30 seconds, it was a slightly more cautious Jayde Mitchell approaching his opponent. This replay is going to be very interesting.
That wasn't a knockdown. He spun around, pushed it. It was more of a slip.
A dangerous opponent, Francisco Benitez.
Dangerous.
And that's what we're saying, is about that big shot that comes over the top. You've got to be careful.
Craig Dunn said to me, that, hang on, here we go. Craig Dunn said to me, he said, you know, he can... Oh,
Bang.
yeah, look.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it was high on the head, but it was a knockdown. It was a knockdown. Yeah, even Zach Dunn said, yes, it was now. Yeah.
Well, look, the rules are if your gloves touch
look, he was hurt.
If your gloves touch the ground.
Yeah, that was a knockdown, for sure.
We'll just see another angle of it. He almost got him at the inside of the wrist, didn't he? There was very little glove which actually connected.
Yeah.
And he was wobbled by it, no doubt.
I mean, Jim Boland's defence, he was almost behind Jayde Mitchell. He wasn't side on in this neutral corner. So let's see how the third stanza unfolds.
Yeah, well, we know he's got the power to cause some damage, Francisco Benitez. And he's trying that right hand again.
He's not going to die wondering, Baz.
No. Look, I figured he was a perfect opponent for Jayde, would give him experience and would give him a tough fight. But I really think that Jayde's boxing ability, lovely left, right. He's
That was textbook stuff.
Yeah, another lovely right hand. And again, Jayde Mitchell coming back in a big way this round.
Benitez certainly appears to have a bit more starch in him than the previous Argentinian we've seen this evening.
Yeah, well, he did get the stuffing knocked completely out of him in round one by one of the best timed right hands I've seen in quite a while. I mean, it was explosive, wasn't it?
I'll just stay this side of the ropes. Just tick past a minute of the third.
No, I've got to say that I'm very happy with the performances of all the fights tonight. I think everyone's really given it 100%. You know, the Argentinian in our last fight, I mean, he got a bit messy, but he showed a lot of heart hanging in there as long as he did.
Now his countryman, Francisco Benitez, he's losing the fight, but he's showing a lot of heart, and he's got power in both hands, particularly that right.
Well, he knows now that he can hurt Jayde. I mean, that he's aware that he hurt him, and his corner is obviously aware that it was really an unofficial knockdown.
And it wasn't a clean shot.
Yeah, so that gives him hope.
Yes. Whoa, both boys were throwing big shots.
Inside the last minute of the third round. Scheduled for 10. Good work from Mitchell in close.
Oh, big overhand right just grazed the whiskers of...
That was going to be a show finisher.
Francisco Benitez. Both boys showing some sportsmanship here. Classic boxing at times. And wild shots occasionally. Unorthodox Benitez. Far more orthodox Jayde Mitchell. Benitez breathing pretty heavily too.
Mitchell's work rate gets him the third. Again, swings from Benitez.
Benitez right hand dangerous.
Yeah. Well, he's putting everything on it. But
Mitchell was happy to engage.
a little bit of a head clash.
Yes, he got a cut over the left eye.
Possibly.
No, I just think he just got a head clash.
Lenny Mitchell, one of my great old mates, working the corner. Lenny, I think it was a Mexican I was going to fight. Lenny Mitchell, the main support, fell over. Someone had a motorbike accident, the main support guy. Lenny Mitchell, I heard someone say, don't tell Barry Michael. And I was the promoter, and Lenny Mitchell stepped up and fought the main support. Hadn't fought for years, went 7 rounds. And yeah, good shots there from Jayde Mitchell. Good overhand right there. Nice left hand. Smart movement by Jayde.
Yeah.
Gets in, lands his shots.
And he's really working that body too.
Yes. Just a matter of time, I think. He's still dangerous, Benitez, but I just think a couple of more rounds, he'll knock the stuffing out of Benitez, I think.
Into the fourth.
Benitez breathing heavily. Body shots. Doesn't come out of against the ropes. He copped the body shot, trying the right hand. I don't reckon he's got a lot left, Benitez.
He's just waiting for that big right hand. You can see it.
Yeah, that's all he's banking on.
There it is.
Just a slip, says referee Jim Boland.
He hasn't got. I don't think he's running out of gas now.
Okay.
I'll be surprised if he sees this round out.
Yeah, very slow to get up, wasn't he? And
Very
he's
slow.
breathing heavily, as Barry Michael pointed out at the start of the round. Not a good sign when you've just had a 60-second break and he's caught with a huge left rip.
Keep the body work going.
Yep, definitely. The body shots are doing it. Benitez hasn't got a lot left. Look, he's the desperate man at the moment. Whoa, trying that big wild right hand. Hands down, looking for that big one.
Then he wails away the Argentinian, but Mitchell stays nice and tight. Textbook defence. And stays busy when he gets inside.
Crowd will get, if Jayde puts him away, the crowd are going to go crazy. Big supporter base here, the biggest of any fighter we've got here tonight.
Capacity crowd here at the Pavilion. You've watched a fantastic night of fights. Hope you've enjoyed it on Channel 31.
Right.
Nice boxing from Jayde Mitchell. Realises that his opponent's desperate, dangerous still, and he's picking his shots, waiting for that clean opportunity. Good body shots. Benitez against the ropes, in the corner, throws that wild right hand again.
Jimmy Boland separates them, tells them both to watch their heads.
Yeah, definitely. Good sportsmanship again by both lads. Jayde, a terrific personality, lovely lad. You know, oh, he's hurt Benitez.
Oh, there's been head clash there.
Oh, Jayde Mitchell's cut. Right eye's cut.
Bad cut.
There's a head clash.
Yes. And look, you know, Jayde hasn't batted an eyelid with it, but he knows he's cut, he knows he's bleeding. And that's the trouble when you're against unorthodox guys like that. And, you know, oh, man.
Well, Benitez survives the round, and the Mitchell corner have got some work to do. Claret streaming from the outside of the right eye.
It's on the side of the eye. They should be able to fix
Won't
that.
affect the vision.
Not in a dangerous place. We've had a few there, Bill. I reckon about 150 on my left eye.
Jim Boland just addressed all the judges to say it did come from a head clash. It wasn't a scoring punch, which if there was an early stoppage.
That was just happened this early.
Most, I reckon 95% of cuts, eye cuts, come from either a head punch or an elbow.
Yeah, always.
Well, the noggin is a fairly hard piece of machinery on the outside, Baz, isn't it?
So's an elbow. The first real bad one I got was from Jimmy Brown. He hit me perfectly with the elbow.
You never threw an elbow, did you?
24 stitches from one right to the bone. No, I never threw an elbow, threw a million of them.
Looks like they've contained that bleeding straight away.
Start of the fifth.
Yeah.
IBO Asia.
Oh, nice body shot to the sternum.
Body shot.
To the solar
Benitez
plexus.
has gone down in the first 10 seconds of the fifth round.
He's not going
I don't
up.
think he's going to get up.
He's not. It's over.
It's up to 6. He tries to rise. Jimmy Boland's up to 8, 9, and he's going to be counted out.
No, but he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready for it, and he just slammed it. He drove a body shot to his solar plexus.
Perfect jab, a serious jab to the solar plexus.
And he wasn't ready for it. It's just buckled him.
Yeah, we'll see in slow motion a perfect shot to the solar plexus.
You shouldn't come out cold at the start of the fifth round, should you?
Yeah, but he's come out not relaxed, like he's been just soft. And
Here we go, look.
Boom.
Bang.
It was a good shot.
Look at the way the reaction, you know. Oh. Perfect shot.
I haven't seen many blokes get stopped by a straight jab out of the body.
No. I have seen it, though. I've seen guys knocked down.
Yeah, knocked down, yeah. Well, he wasn't ready for it. You could see that.
No.
Well, Holyfield famously knocked Tyson down with a body shot in their first fight. Almost a chest punch.
I backed him at 14-1, Holyfield.
And we always advocate responsible gambling on Channel 31 Boxing, Barry, as well. You've seen the replay again. There didn't look to be a lot in it, but he's just obviously caught him in the right spot.
Exactly. When you're not prepared, you get a stiff jab to the midsection right in the solar plexus and knocks the stuffing out of
The
it.
sort of one that Sue usually give you when you get home late on a Friday night, Barry.
Exactly, mate. Well, you know, I don't do it anymore. I just don't want to risk those blows, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, 29 seconds into the 5th round. Your referee, James Bolland, put a stop to this contest, declaring the winner via TKO and new IPO Asia Pacific Super Middleweight Champion, Jayde Mitchell. Mitch, before you take some photos, Mitch, you fought on the last card of the TV Ringside against Mitchell Clark. Today, stepping up is an understatement. You stepped up in the main event, fighting against an experienced Argentinian El Pelado, Francisco Benitez. He caught you with a punch in the 4th round and looked like it aggravated you. It cut above your right eye. But you came in that 5th round, you got him with that short left jab, which dropped him and ended the fight. How are you feeling, mate?
Good, mate. I must have caught him with a jab right on the end of his breath because I stepped into it and pushed right in there, but didn't feel like that hard a shot. But when you get caught on the end of your breath, it gets taken away and it's hard to get up from. I really thought he was going to get up, but no, I'm really happy with the way it went. He was an awkward customer, just looking for those big overhands. But just quickly, could I just say my niece is here. It's her birthday. I'd like to wish Shannon a happy birthday. Her mother took her to the Chet Faker concert tonight, and they walked out to come here and watch me because it wasn't finished and they knew I was coming on. So, 3 cheers for Shani. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Yeah, Shan, happy birthday.
Now, you've been sparring against Danny Green leading up to this fight?
No, leading up to this fight, I've been sparring with Sammy Solomon, mate. Couldn't hit him with a handful of rice. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Mate, he's been unbelievable to work with. He's an absolute gentleman. He's a real legend of Australian boxing. He's the most down-to-earth guy you've ever met for a world champion. He's just been amazing to work with. I've learned a lot off of Sammy. I'm learning a lot off of everyone I'm working with. I've worked with some great fighters, mate. I'm truly living my dream right now.
Well, I know that Mr. Barry Michael has big stars in his eyes for you in the future. I'm sure wherever that will take you. But tonight, you're victorious, and you got the strap around your waist. Where is that strap around his waist? Pop one around his waist. George Zazeski from Lotus Caravans. Yes, we'll make it official. Man, on your 5th fight, you got the IBO Asian Pacific Championship. Congratulations. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting the boxing. I'm a massive fan of boxing myself, and just seeing everyone here, it's amazing. I'm absolutely love the support off of everyone. Everyone who come here to support any of the fighters tonight, I appreciate it. It's awesome. Thank you all so much. It's great to see everyone getting behind boxing. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your IBO Asian Pacific Super Middleweight Champion, Jayde Mitchell.
Just quickly, I'd like to also... Look, I've got a really big team, and without them, none of this is possible. So I'd like to thank my sponsors. I've got OCC Construction, Building Services. I've got Grupo Alessi. Everlast Australia. Everlast Australia's just jumped on board. We've got Premix King, Aloha Joinery, the Bundalong Tavern, J.A. Irwin Builders. We've got Quick Bill Plumbing. We've got Matt's Plaster. We've got Pesky Thailand. Thank you very much, everyone. Without yous, I could not train the way I do. I appreciate it. I love everyone here. Thank you so much.
A great talker and a great fighter to boot. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your new champion, Jayde Mitchell.